Hey everybody, it's Tubbs from Tubbs Plays Games, and I'm back with another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Perch, designed by Hettrick and published by Inside Up Games. Perch is a delightfully mean area control and communal bag building game for 2 to 5 players, which plays in about 45 minutes. It's designed by Hettrick and published by Inside Up Games. In Perch, players act as a flock of birds trying to assert their dominance on as many perches in their local neighborhood as possible. Each round, 2 birds of each player color are added to the bag, and each player draws 2 birds from the bag to add to the 2 birds of their own color in their supply. Then players take turns placing the 4 birds out on their perches. Players can also use creature powers and lightning tokens to remove birds from perches and send them to the fountain. Players can also use birdhouses to lock down a flock of birds and prevent any changes from being made to that flock. And at the end of each round, points are scored for the various amounts of birds on each perch. And the player with the most points wins. So, that is Perch from designer Hettrick and Inside Up Games. Big thanks to Inside Up Games for sending me a copy of the base game to play and review. I mentioned the base game because they are getting ready to launch crowdfunding for their first expansion of this game. That's going to be launching February 24th, and I definitely think the expansion can really add some things to this game, so I highly urge you to check it out. Let's talk about what I thought about this game. I liked it a whole lot. It is a mean game. Do not let the serene, cozy-looking art on the box fool you. These birds are mean. They do not like people being on the same perch as them. And they will do whatever they can to maintain their perch dominance. The way the scoring is set up on some of the different tiles, like where you want to be in second place to get the most points on some, really creates for some real cutthroat scenarios. I liked it a whole lot. I like the modular setup of it, where like the tiles, you know, they're different every game. You can shuffle these up and you have a certain number of this, a certain number of that. I did find that I think I would switch the number of creature tiles and the number of special tiles. I would have more special tiles and less creature tiles because I did find the number of creatures to be overwhelming, especially in a 5-player game. We had 5 different creatures and it was hard to kind of keep track of what they all do. Let's see what else. I like the bits. The bits are good. You know, the birds are cool. I like the way that they stack. They're not, you know, they're not easy to deal with, but, you know, they're a little fiddly, but I think they make a nice table presence. Let's see what else. I mean, we had a lot of fun playing this game. If you're a person who likes a game with some chaotic elements, a person who likes a game where you're going to backstab, a person who likes a game where you have to sometimes think differently, sometimes not be going, like I said, not be going for first place on every tile. I think you're going to really, really enjoy this game. I think my son is really going to enjoy this game because he is our little chaos gremlin and he loves to cause trouble in a game. And I think he will get a whole lot out of playing this game. There's a lot of interesting things to think about when you're placing your birds, especially because, like I may have mentioned in the video, recap talking about the game, you're not always getting your color of birds to place. So it makes for a lot of interesting decisions about how you're going to place out your opponent's birds on different things, how you're going to create ties to block people from scoring. Just a lot of interesting things going on with this game. And like I said, the cover art is deceptive. The cover art makes it seem like it's going to be kind of a relaxing game where you just want birds to live in trees. Nah, man, this game, people's feelings are going to get hurt. So that is Perch, again, from Inside Up Games and designer Hettrick. Big thanks again to Inside Up Games for sending me a copy of the game to play and review. That's never going to affect my opinion of a game. And I definitely urge you to check out their Kickstarter. February 24th, it launches for the expansion to this game. I think you will really have a great time with it. So that's going to do it for another review. My name is Tubbs, and this has been Tubbs Plays Games.